Hello, and welcome to another very spontaneous voiceover. I'm going to take you on a journey this week. I'm doing the 100 Heads Challenge. Woo! I wanted to do this challenge for literally 2 years, and I took this idea into like 2 or 3 bullet journals with me, like in my arts and video brain dump. And now I finally made the time to actually do it. I think I haven't done anything to improve my art skills since June, I guess. And especially now after October, I was very, very hungry to just learn something new and just sketch. Just sketch, And this challenge was like perfect for this. And here we are. On day one, I was actually very, very anxious to start. I had no confidence whatsoever, and yeah, I took like 3 or 4 Skillshare classes beforehand just to like refresh my theory on structures of the face and the proportions and stuff. And then I just started. I had planned to draw 10 heads every day, so that's what the challenge says, like 100 heads in 10 days. And yeah, I didn't get the likeness right on day one, but I think that's very normal. I got the structure right, like mostly, and I didn't had to erase, or I didn't let myself erase anything yet. I did it later in the challenge, but not in the very first days, because I was just focusing on like putting the face down, doing a quick study. Also, I figured that I haven't had time to like draw one face 20 minutes. And so I set myself the goal to like don't spend more than 10 minutes on every face. On day 2, there were very many like clay statues of very wrinkly, out of proportion men. And I was kind of overwhelmed first. Oh, also, I started the challenge from the bottom of the Pinterest board and worked my way up. All the other videos I saw, they started from the top. So I don't know if that's weird, but yeah, I did it that way. The likeness is nearly there, especially for the like smooth, pretty faces. And yeah, to be honest, after this day, I was already sick of drawing like clay faces and I wanted to draw real people. But I think it was a good practice for me, like to do these wrinkly things. Also, they took me way longer than the smooth faces, which actually switched later on in the challenge. Then I would like take only 6 minutes for an old man's face and like 10 to 12 minutes for a pretty face. I say pretty face, you know what I mean, like these smooth, young, very symmetrical faces. Day 3 was a very, very strong day for me. I think 6 out of the 10 heads I really, really liked and was really satisfied with how they turned out. It was also the first time that one of those young, symmetrical faces looks even and looks even like the person on the photo, which made me really, really proud. And yeah, all over the faces are more and more recognizable, which makes me really happy. I have to say, although I love sketching in colored pencil, I got a little bit sick of it and I just was thinking about doing markers the next day. I didn't. But yeah, I was considering it. As I said, I didn't try out markers for day 4, even though I had considered it, but then I figured that the paper of my sketchbook wouldn't take markers very well, so I decided against it and just took my mechanical pen, which was a huge mistake. I'm a lefty, as you can see, and graphite pencil just smudges like crazy, and this is the dirtiest and most smudged spread of all of this in this challenge, and I abandoned the graphite pencil afterwards. Overall, this day was a very good run. The likeness gets better every day, which makes me really happy. I have to say I'm pretty confident drawing old men by now. Day 5, halfway through. At this point I was getting really sick of drawing old bearded men. Yeah, I took more time doing the smooth faces this day because it just, yeah, I wanted to do what I was liking more, so. And of course, this day I was a little bit pressed for time because in the evening we had like a get together with friends, and I decided to make a TikTok about this day, which like elongated the process unnecessarily, to be honest, but yeah. Also, while I'm recording this voiceover, I'm like bopping like crazy to the music. I love fast-paced electronic music. Don't know if you like it, but I'm very sick of all these videos of artists with this lo-fi hip-hop or piano stuff in the background. So I decided, let's make it party. Time in the comments if you like it though. Fun fact, the dark blue face in the left corner, I attempted to draw him like last year and it looked nothing like him, but this time the likeness is way better. 6th was actually planned to be my day off in between this challenge, but it happened that I had to have a minor doctor's appointment thing on Monday after, and so I decided to work on a Sunday. Please applaud me for this. I'm getting way better at symmetrical faces, like frontal portraits, which was a huge deal beforehand. That was my phone, rude. And I'm also now very confident in putting down the structures. The only thing that I can't do pretty good yet is to determine how big the face will be in the end. I start out pretty small most of the time, and then it weirdly expands and the face is way bigger than I had intended to do it, which will be a problem if I'm going to attach a body to it later. But for this challenge I didn't mind so much because I just wanted to improve the structure and the angles and the proportions. Day 7 was the day after my doctor's appointment, and the first day I wasn't motivated at all for the very first time. I started very late in the day with my 10 heads and was a little bit afraid that I wouldn't get it done this day, but I powered through. And to be honest, now in hindsight, this was the strongest day of them all. Don't know if it was because I changed the color scheme I had to orange and red. I don't like orange and reds in my artwork, but for sketching I really like it. I don't know why. Today was also the day of the small portraits, I think. I was really impressed that I could stick to the size that I had determined at the beginning of drawing a portrait. And as you can see, I started erasing a little bit because I was sick of the scribbly, dirty lines all over. Oh, also I forgot to mention, the 100 Heads challenge was created by Ahmed Aldoori. He has a video about it online, and the Pinterest board is also created by him and one of his Patreons. So I linked everything in the description box down below if you want to check it out and also participate. Hannes just came in. Hey! I don't know what it was, but on day 8 I just didn't get into the flow. Also, sketching with really light colors is pretty shit because I don't know what it is, but the pigments are very hard and like it was difficult to get some color down. Also, the likeness is crappy today. It was way better the days before, and yeah, the faces to draw here are a bit boring for me. I don't know why. Maybe I was already looking forward to it for it to be over. I will definitely continue sketching faces though, because it's like great practice and I think you can learn something new every time you do it. Day 9, still a little bit out of the flow. I switched back to the red and orange tones, as you can see, because I was hoping that this would change anything, but it didn't. Maybe I was just oversaturated with sketching portraits at the moment, I don't know. But the one thing that was very good this day, I got it done relatively quickly. I think I took like never more than 10 minutes for each portrait, which is very cool. It was still fun though, I love to see the progress. Also that day I got myself some polychromas, colored pencils and a new sketchbook because this one is almost full. This will be the first sketchbook I actually filled up. Would you like to see a sketchbook tour? Tell me in the comments, please. The final day. Okay, that was weird, sorry. Actually, it is so weird to be done with it. I wanted to do this for years and now it's just over. And I can't really believe that I actually did it. I mean, I drew 100 heads in 10 days. I mean, it's my job. I didn't do much else these days, but still. The last 3 heads of day 10 were kind of redrawings since there weren't enough individual hands on the pinboard. So I took the ones that I just wanted to redraw again. Yeah, as I said, I got very good at like frontal faces that were like angular structures. I'm pretty good at angular things in general. Like I like to draw male anatomy more because there are more corners and angles, but female anatomy is softer and rounder, and I'm just not very comfortable with like drawing curves. So it's no surprise that I like the angular faces more than the soft round ones. Yeah, and that's it. I'm going to show you now my favorites of them all after this one. So, yeah. Now for a conclusion. Would I recommend doing this challenge? Abso-fucking-lutely. Even if you can't do it in the 10 days, just do it in 10 months. It doesn't matter. It's such a great tool to improve your portrait, drawing, painting, whatsoever. And I learned a lot, and I'm now way more confident to put down a head in my sketchbook. I'm very happy that I finally did it after 2 years. As I said, I'll link the Pinterest board in the description box below alongside all my social media, so follow me there also to get regular updates. See you next week. Bye!
Jeder denkt, das ist ein Gute-Nacht-Buch. Oh.